Welcome to Coffee Time with us. We live in the heart of Kentucky. We are retired and also empty nesters. And we love the country life. We love our neighbors. We love our country and we honor our flag. We love the Lord and we love that He gave us the Bible for guidance. We have lots to share with you guys. So what are you all waiting on? Come join us. Wow, you guys, can you believe we're already at that time of year? Mr. Fix-It is out there cutting down the hostas and some of the front landscape because he would much rather do it in the fall than leave it to turn all brown in the wintertime. And when we get a snow, it's a prettier snow cover when all of those weeds are not out there. So he's just going to do a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow, and it's just a lot of bending over and a lot of work. But we have a long porch and a long front landscape with lots of hostas and monkey grass. So it's just that time to go ahead and get them trimmed. They're drying up, turning brown. Nothing's bloomed anymore. So it's just time to take it down and get ready for the winter season. That's almost hard to say. You know, we've had a very long, hot summer. We're now getting some cool days and cool nights, and we are enjoying this time. You can see the tree over there in the neighbor's yard starting to turn color a little bit, so it won't be long till all of the trees will be a bright orange. We generally have everything ready to be winterized around our home, the garden hose all put away, the landscape trimmed down, and the last thing that we'll do is the deck furniture, where we will actually put that up and cover it and pick up the rug for the wintertime. And last but not least, we'll also get our firewood up on the deck. What I'm showing you here is our Japanese maple tree, and it has been a couple of years since I trimmed it back, and it's really just getting out of whack, and it really needs some attention. So while Larry is mowing the yard, I thought I might tackle this job. I still have this thing on my finger, but I think I'll be able to, sort of sucker this tree out a little bit and shape it up just a little bit. I think in the spring we might have to cut a couple of more branches off the center because we definitely don't want it to get up in the gutters. But I just wanted to sucker this out, and Larry helps me with the thicker branches so it doesn't hurt my hand. I am so happy to get this done. Like I said, I haven't done it for a couple of years, and this is how it all turned out at the end. Look at Mr. Fix-It. He polished up that lawnmower. It looks great. And he was a sweetheart. He came and picked up all the limbs for me. I was getting a little tired, so he came along. He said he would take care of this. So he's my hero. It's nice. The seats aren't wet from the rain, are they?
Mine's not.
Coffee. Sounds like a bulldozer and roofing going on nearby.
Yep, we're hearing somebody getting a roof put on before the weather gets real cold. And finally, this is the weather we've been waiting for. It's in the low 60s out here, and it's just perfect.
Very
Wonderful.
nice. Before we get into our main topic of how we met, I want to talk a little bit about the neighbors' barking dogs. We have, every time we go out in our backyard, or we go out in our front yard or on our front porch, we get barked at. The neighbor has 3 dogs. I think 4. Three. And we have learned their names. We call their names. We've tried to make friends. The only thing we haven't done that I thought might be helpful is if the neighbor would give us a treat and let us give the dogs a treat so that they would get to know us. Where's your 10?
Well, I'm going to put 4 foot here. Start, see. I need more than that. I need 60 inches. I need 5.
It's just been a constant for years.
Yeah, ever since we moved in 5 years ago.
We've talked to the neighbors. We've even suggested helping out with some obedience school, or, I've even considered getting one of those dog, what do you call those sonic things you put on a fence and it trains the dog not to bark, but I'm not sure exactly what it does. If it does something to their ears.
It emits a sound, a high-pitched sound that the dogs apparently find annoying. I can't remember what it's called. Some people have used them and said, hey, they were successful, and some people not so much.
And I know dogs bark. I mean, that's just natural, but they will bark the whole time we are outside. And if it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, they just bark.
Nonstop.
Like we're strangers and they're in danger or something. But, if you guys have any kind of suggestions for us,
Please.
Leave it in the comments. We just, we want to be good neighbors. We want to have good neighbors. And,
But good neighbors makes good neighbors.
Right. Anyway, enough about the dogs, but, we do have that issue that we have to address. And anyway, we just, we hope somebody has a solution for us, because it just gets a little annoying. So the reason we're out, I'm showing the video where we're out staking where the she shed is going, because we watch a guy on YouTube called Dustin. His channel is called
Shed Movers Are Us.
Yes, Shed Movers Are Us.
I'm breaking away to show you Dustin's page, Shed Movers Are Us. But while watching this guy, you all, I knew there was a Bible verse that, it just reminded me of the mentality that he has with people when dealing with them. So I just wanted to share this Bible verse with you. He is just so calm when the others may not be so nice. But Proverbs 17:27 says, "He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit."
It's interesting.
And we watch him, and one of the things that he had said was he liked when people would have their area marked. And so we went out and marked the area in the backyard, because if they happen to deliver and we're not home immediately, it's staked out for them. So we know where that, and they know where that's going to go. So we worked on finding the perfect spot in the backyard for that.
Yep. There was a magnolia tree that was there. I had planted a couple years ago. It's still small. And I decided it needed to be moved. So that's already been moved out of the way. And we're just ready for them. It should be just before Thanksgiving. They should be bringing it out.
Anytime they're ready to bring it.
She's excited too, by
I'm
the
already
way.
shopping for some things. I already found some things
She's
that,
been watching She Shed decor
oh,
and stuff like that,
ever she shed available on YouTube.
and gardens, and
In the gardens I've been watching, and
she's.
I have a couple of my
I
favorites.
can see the wheels turning. She's got ideas. It's fun to watch her get excited.
So before we get into our topic of how we met, I just want to remind you all that coffee time with us is on Mondays. If I have anything to talk about or share recipes for our keto journey, will be on Wednesdays. And the decorating is still going to be every Friday. And all of those will be up at 9 a.m. Let's go ahead and get in our topic of how we met. So 22 years ago,
23. It'd been 23. We met,
22.
yeah.
Well, 23 actually, yes. We've been married for 22. So, over 22. So, we actually, I'll give my story on a portion of it first. Is it was just myself and my daughter Allie, and I worked a lot. I worked 6 days a week. I had 1 day off a week. I pretty much worked 2.5 jobs. I was very busy raising Allie, and I decided to get on one of those online dating. It was online. There wasn't pictures. It was on the phone line, and you would give a profile, and you gave, I don't know, the color of your hair, your height. Of course, I wasn't going to give my weight. Um,
Things that you liked.
yeah, color of hair, just stuff like that. And people would listen to your profile, and they would either give you I guess it was like a like or something like that. But I did that on a Friday evening. And by Monday, and I couldn't get the nerve to do it at first. I tried several times. I think it's, you do your voice. Didn't you do a voice on it? Like who you are, what?
I think
Wasn't it
so.
like a
It's
voiceover?
been so long, but I
I
think
know
so.
it's one of those online kind of dating many years ago. That was done on a Friday. I finally got enough nerve and put that up on a Friday. By Monday, my first break for my lunch, I thought, this just ain't me. I don't think this is right. I don't think it's me. So I went out to my vehicle that next Monday, and I was going to delete my profile off of there. And it said that I had like 150 likes. I thought, well, maybe I just listened to a few. Before probably the next weekend, I had 300 likes on my profile, but there was only 3 guys that actually left me a voice message. And when I called the first one, I didn't get an answer. There was just no answer. The second one I did talk to, and he said he was a hunter. And all I could do was envision myself sitting at home alone on the weekends. So I thought, this isn't for me. And the third one, when I called, I don't know exactly whether he just hit the button, carried it in his pocket, but it sounded like he was shucking corn. And then I thought, do I call back or do I just leave this be and just move on? But I did get the nerve, and I called back, and I got Larry. So
She got Larry before, but yeah, I worked in produce and had the phone in my pocket. It probably got turned on, but yeah, I've shucked some corn in my day.
all I heard was it sound like someone shucking corn. Yes. And I didn't know where he worked. We had never talked. But we went on to talk on the phone for about 2 weeks
2 weeks.
before we met. And our first meet out was at a steakhouse.
Yep, on Halloween actually.
Yep, on a Wednesday night, Halloween, October 31st of that year.
It had nothing to do with Halloween. It's just
Mhm.
that was a day that was a good day for both of us to finally get to meet.
I told him I would be setting up at the little bar area, so I think I was the only one in there. And I'm sitting there and somebody comes up and pecks me on the right shoulder and I look over and nobody's there. And then I look back and he's on the other side, smiling.
Yeah, that's me.
And we introduced ourselves and we got a booth and we sat there and talked for hours. But
Yeah, just it. We just talked and talked and talked, and just instantly, it just seemed like old friends who hadn't seen each other for a while.
we talked after I carded him.
Carded me,
I did
asked me
card.
for my license,
I
my
did card.
ID.
I did card him. I asked for his ID. He wore this orange sweater. I thought he was some.
It was about like this
Yes,
orange. I
I
just had bought it because I wanted to make a good impression.
I thought he was some college kid. We were in our 40s. We were in our early 40s. And I thought he was some college kid just wasting my time. And I carded him. And once I figured out his age, we proceeded to talk. We didn't do a whole lot of eating. We did order some food, but we just did a lot of talking. And
From there, things just went swimmingly. Just, you know, one date, one get together after another, and it didn't take very long till I was just falling for Rebecca.
that is how we met. And 8 months later, after we met, we were married, and we've been married ever since. That is the story on how we met. We were in our early 40s. I will say this, that we both had been married prior, but one of the things that we talked about when we got engaged to be married, is that we would only move forward. We will never live in the past, and we haven't done that. We don't live in the past.
No, we everybody has had a past, and that just wasn't going to be something that we dwelled on or brought up all the time.
No, it was from day one and forward, and that's exactly uh, how we have handled our marriage ever since for uh, over 22 years. So
Yeah, we
that's
keep on, and it just may take. We've had some adventures, a few misadventures, a lot of fun along the way, and every now and then, life happens and a little sorrow comes in, but um, it's been good.
But yeah, we didn't want any negativity. We just only wanted to go from day one forward. And that's what we've done ever since. And we've not regretted it. Not on my part, anyway. You're quiet, honey.
Well, only when you get mad do I question it. No, no, it's all good. It is all good.
Yeah, we have our little spouts, but we just move forward. That's all we can do. So we hope you guys enjoyed our story on how we met many years ago. And We have lots more stories to share with you. We've had some travels. We've had fun on the motorcycle. We were riders, not bikers, and
Huge difference.
we
I
we have some stories later to tell you about that.
When we first met, when we first started talking on the phone, I explained to Rebecca that I had a motorcycle and it's a Harley, but that I was a motorcyclist, not a biker. And there is a huge difference between the two. And even though I have a Harley, that, did not make me some kind of an outlaw biker type. She was open to it, a little hesitant, I'm sure, but at least she gave me a chance, and there we go.
We got lots of travel stories to share. So we're going to end it on that note and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a big thumbs up, give us a like on the video, leave us a comment. You got a story to share with us?
Yeah, share it. We want to hear.
Oh, we'd love to hear it. I read the comments to my husband all the time. So, he's just as much a part of the channel as I am. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and we will see you in our next video. Bye, guys.
See ya.